Hi everyone, my name is Beiqi Kuang and today I'm going to introduce the movie Mr. Vampire. The title of my slideshow is Mr. Vampire Nostalgia. So Mr. Vampire is a film. It formed in 1985 and it is a Hong Kong comedy horror film directed by Ricky Lau. It was inspired by Pu Songling's Stranger Story from a Chinese studio in the Qing dynasty. And the film's success led to the creation of a series four in total and initiate a successful cycle of gangxi in the 1980s. The zombie movie starring Lim Chang-ying has become a classic image in the movie. And here's some picture, including the film director, the film poster released when its premiere, and Lim Chang-ying and the character he plays in the film. As we talk about nostalgia, the first thing that comes to mind is a sentimental longing for the past or events in the past, as mentioned in the slide. I tend to talk about nostalgia in the film through the lens of vampires, the development of Hong Kong at that time, and the Taoist culture embodied in the film. The vampire, a Chinese zombie. Different from the Western movie, the Chinese zombies introduced in the film can actually be regarded as a kind of jumping creeps mentioned in the Chinese folktale, which awakens by jumping. But this is not enough to just satisfy nostalgia. When we take a closer look at the picture in the film on the right, we can see that these zombies are not wearing modern clothes like modern people, but a uniform official dress of the Qing dynasty. This is interesting because the film was released in 1985. The Qing dynasty has a long colonies handed over to the British in during the Qing dynasty. From this aspect, the addition of this element can be regarded as a kind of nostalgia for the identity of the former part of China, and also as a kind of identification of the traditional Chinese culture. Although Hong Kong is still under British colonial rules, everything about it is still infinitely similar to traditional China culture. From that perspective of time, British Primary Minister Margaret Thatcher visited China in 1982 and took the first step of the Hong Kong return. Then the Sino-British Joint Declaration was issued in 1984. And finally, the return of Hong Kong is in 1997. This process lasts more than 10 years. And what's interesting about this movie is that came out in 1985, right in the middle of the couple north. According to Hanson's article, the Hong Kong films of this period, especially the zombie genre, reflect to the uncertainty of the future development of Hong Kong and the general fear in the hearts of Hong Kong people. On the one hand, they are looking forward to the return because of the constant culture ties and emotional ties between Hong Kong and China. But on the other hand, something happened that made them feel a sense of panic and anxiety about this return. Therefore, they may wish to maintain this status and maintain the relatively stable social status. Through the description of zombie and other specific elements in the film, as well as the externalization of people's panic and resistance, it also reflects their views on the return of Hong Kong. They are nostalgic and afraid of the impact of unknown fate. So the Chinese traditional culture, as for the nostalgia in the movie, we can also explain the Taoist culture reflect in some sense of the subduing zombies. According to the history, Taoist culture has been formed and developed as early as the Qing and Han dynasty. However, in Hong Kong, a British colony, there are still Taoist priests or Taoist culture. For example, on the picture right here, Lin Changying's master cow in the movie, when he fights with zombies and another ghosts, he's wearing the traditional Chinese Taoist costume and use the charm paint in cinnabar and use the tools such as pitwood swords, corn sword, and the 8 trigram mirror. All these are embodiment of the Taoist culture, and also one of the main forms of nostalgia in Hong Kong films. You can see the picture right here. And then here's the film clip that reflect of the use of the tool can be will.
九叔，您喝杯茶。
谢谢。你到房里去避一避，不管听见什么都不要出来。
哦。
喂，你睡了？不睡干什么？你见鬼又不是我见鬼。
那你不管我了？
不管你我就回房睡去了，还想怎么样啊？啊？
干什么？你发冷啊？
没有。
秋生，秋生。
解开！
秋生！
喂！
秋生，快来救我！
喂，你干什么？喂！不要！不要！文采！ 正在救你啊！师傅，再不放我出去，我死定了！你不要叫了，冷静，忍耐，这样就行了。不用怕，师傅来了！呀，师傅，哎，呀，
小心后面！
不要看他的眼睛。师傅不要，这么说他都救过我。如果你现在出手，他就永不超生了。人跟鬼是不可以在一起的，你这么缠着他，只会害你。师傅，你放了他吧。我放过他，他会不会放过你呢？你看着办吧。还有一个，怎么会吃这么多糯米都不行呢？啊，哎，怪不得会这样呢。糯米掺黏米又怎么会好呢？
把嘴张大一点。快了，快了，就快好了。忍着点儿。
觉得怎么样啊？
我好了，已经没事了。
真的？
哎，哎呀，哇，
行了，知道疼就好。
就说，就说那个僵尸又出现了
啊！师傅，刚才那个……别说了，把家伙拿出，把门关上，看着听听。
哦，快点！
又是僵尸干的，
怎么办？就说，
先把他抬到你那儿去。
不太好吧？经过上一次的事，我看见都害怕啊。
如果你不反对的话，用荔枝树的树枝烧着他。
好，来呀，马上抬去烧了。
是。
有叔，人准备好了，
那快烧了吧。
那还等什么？快点，快点点火啊！
And here's my reference. Thank you for listening.